What's going on, everybody? I'm Grim.
I'm Jolt King 627.
I'm Vile Mods.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport. We are your hosts. Welcome to a very special episode of PNNN. Not only is it our 10th episode, marking 5 months of bringing you all the foam flinging news that's fit to film, but we also recently hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone on YouTube. To celebrate, we made a community post seeking questions for a special 1K Q&A, and we'll be answering those questions on the podcast, which as always will be released tomorrow. We've got some great questions in the queue, so be sure not to miss it. But for now, it's time for the news.
Australian toy company Headstart has released their fourth new blaster under the Dart Tech line, the Sentinel. The Sentinel is a semi-auto compact flywheel blaster, reminiscent of Hasbro's Strife and many other flywheelers in a similar form factor. The blaster itself is powered by 4 AA batteries and includes 12 darts despite the magazine only holding 8. I think it's neat seeing more companies enter the toy dart blaster market, and I'm really digging the color scheme of their products. Link in the description.
Leaks! On Reddit, Corvalieth shared a screenshot of a Walmart listing for the $14.99 USD Nerf Ink TMNT. While this name seems to suggest a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tie-in, and that's certainly possible, Playmates has had the nearly exclusive rights to making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys for 3.5 decades, including a series of pull-and-release Mega Blasters back in 2016. Hasbro has been known to use all kinds of references in their codenames, which sometimes make their way into early leaks, so this isn't as cut and dry as it might seem at first glance. As for the ink part of the name, Chicken Master 99 found a Target listing for a $20 USD Nerf Ink Optimal, which suggests that ink could be a blaster series, and Optimal and TMNT are just specific models within that series. Folks on our Discord were speculating that it could be a series of blasters with full shell printing, like X-Shot's Skins series, which would be super cool to see from Nerf. Corvalieth also dropped into our Discord with one more Walmart listing, the $20 USD FN Primal Blast. While Primal conjures thoughts of Dino Squad or Transformers, the FN most likely makes this a Fortnite blaster, hopefully one of the game's extremely cool-looking Primal series weapons from Season 6. I'd love to get any of these in Nerf form.
As the resident Fortnite player of PNNN, my educated guess is the Primal shotgun.
Band Blasters announced that they will be rounding out their flywheel offerings with the upcoming release of the Junior Banshee mini wheels for 32.5mm spacing. These Delaran flywheels that are hand balanced and precision drilled can only take narrow head tip darts due to their design. According to their listings, these flywheels are capable of hitting 180 to 200 FPS, depending on which half dart brand you use, and of course using their 74,000 RPM motors. Those are quite impressive numbers, and it's really nice to see so many competing brands really push the limits of what our hobby has to offer. These are definitely going to be a direct competitor to the Pulsar wheels, but you'll have to wait since at the time of this recording, they're only for pre-order.
Over on Thingiverse, Blasterface has some new printable part options for the Game Face Trion. First up, we have a replacement for the main grip that is a curvy grip reminiscent of a Strife or a Rapid Strike. It looks pretty comfortable. Next up, we have a vertical foregrip for people who didn't like the included angled foregrip. And finally, we have a rifling device for the muzzle. This isn't the first P-car for the Trion out there. I've personally been using the AccuNub by Detroit Dartworks, but what makes this one unique and cool is that it looks pretty much identical to the shape of the original Trion muzzle. Links to all will be in the description.
Captain Slug is back at it again with an interesting new design. The stapler is a remix of the Griffin platform that comes in both half-dart and full-length versions. The design includes an internal magazine that players can reload on the fly, using a unique system that involves magazines and a keychain ring. Not only is this Slug's first design since closing his Etsy store and moving, but it also is his first design to utilize flywheels. Slug says he made this design to, quote, "for players that want to play with a loose dump pouch of darts and no magazines." I think it's awesome to see Slug continuing to make new and unique designs, and if you want to get your hands on the files for this design, the link will be in the description.
JSPB's Zom-Tengu is back from the grave with a new upgraded design dubbed Zombie Tengu. According to the designer Ezekiel Lin, this new version trades air capacity and volume for a new dual fluid propulsion system inspired by nitrous oxide systems in race cars. Not to get too technical, but the idea is that the water mist particles create a stronger seal between the dart foam and barrel. If that's a bit too much for your brains, JSPB has an illustration on their website, as well as a grouping diagram of both with and without the liquid boost system. This is definitely an interesting blaster design concept, and I'd love to really sink my teeth into one to see how it performs, and if the theory holds any life.
Unfortunate news from the Ragnarocktoberfest team. Due to a lack of custodial and groundskeeper staffing, the previously announced venue for RAG has cancelled all rental events for the rest of the calendar year. Thankfully, the RAG team is confident in their ability to handle the situation and have already identified multiple possible new venues. The team is prioritizing new locations within the San Jose airport area, as many attendees have already booked travel. The team will post an update when a new venue is secured, and you can expect us to update you on any major developments.
What do you say? It's happy ending time because Endwar is back on. After the cancellation of their partnership with Gator HVZ due to communication issues, the Endwar team, headed by YouTuber Drac Thalassa, has secured a new host partner, the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, located in a town with a major international airport and a solid cluster of hotels. This is a promising new spot for a destination foam flinging event. In collaboration with the university, an ancient Greek Mount Olympus theme has been selected for the HVZ, with promises of gods and mythical creatures. The Endwar schedule has been stretched out to give each component event its separate day. FoamCon will be held on Friday, June 30th. The Endwar HVZ itself will be on Saturday, July 1st, followed by the competitive Foam Pro Tour on Sunday. Foam Pro Tour teams will compete for a $5,000 grand prize. The link to Drac's video is down in the description, where you can find the applications to be a moderator, vendor, or sponsor. There isn't yet a form to sign up to compete for glory at Foam Pro Tour, but that's okay, for a true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart.
This episode's mod spotlight goes to Grim Reaper 2458 for their integration that they have dubbed Meteora. Grim is always pumping out really cool integrations, and this is no exception. The core blaster is a modulus ECS-10 with the stock coming from an Alpha Hawk and iron sights in the front from a Maverick and iron sights in the back from a Magnus. It's painted up in this really beautiful color shift paint that goes from gold to purple. It looks beautiful. Internally, it's running on a 42mm cage, Cyclones, and Fang revamped motors. Overall, another awesome mod. I highly recommend you check out the video they have on their YouTube channel. Link will be in the description box below.
And that's all for the news. Thank you for watching our 10th episode. And thank you for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers in such a short time. To commemorate this milestone, this week's podcast will cover both this episode's topics, but we'll also have a Q&A. A big thank you as always to our growing list of contributors over on our Discord server. If you wish to aid us in our journalistic endeavors, or simply to hang out, please be sure to check out our Discord, link in the description. Please also be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and tell your friends about us. And check out our individual channels. Your continued support always means a lot to us. We'll see you on the podcast and be back in 2 weeks with another episode. Bye!
Hopefully this outfit isn't too distracting, but it's late. I'm not changing.
Band blasters, boom, bang, 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 boom, 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 boom. I hope people like this new build on here. They're like, what happened to the old build? And it's like, doesn't matter. You're getting this one now. Hope everybody likes it.
I actually thrifted this the other day for like $4 at Goodwill. It's pretty fun. I dig it.
It's taking this software like 5 minutes to move some text documents. Got it. What? I already paid for this app. What the heck? It's just like, do I have to pay for it again now that it updated? Oh, I'm gonna be so upset.
How about that, KT? No outtakes this go round either. Boom! Yeah. Yeah, two can play that game.
You may have expected a blooper, but alas, there were both very few and no amusing bloopers to be had on my end. Sorry to disappoint. Perhaps check in next week. Bye-bye.